Hey everybody, it's your boy Marcus Norman from Gentleman Style Podcast, your host of the #1 podcast, coming to you live. Today you all are in for a very, very dynamic treat. This man is absolutely incredible. He's powerful, he's changing the game, and he's making you look good and making your insides match your outside. Stay tuned, stay engaged, stay with us. You won't want to miss 1 second of this dynamic speaker. Here we go. Hey everybody, it's your boy Marcus Norman from Gentleman Style Podcast Show. We are back, and today you all are in for a treat. We have the incredible Dr. Nicholas Jones, hailing all the way from Atlanta. He's an Atlanta-based aesthetic and reconstructive plastic surgeon. This man has completed his training in both general and plastic surgery. He is a double board certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery Administration and the American Board of Surgery. He's a renowned African-American plastic surgeon in Atlanta. Dr. Jones is an active member of the plastic surgery community, both nationally and locally. He has been featured on several national and local TV and radio shows, including Beyond the Pole and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So, without further ado, help me welcome to the stage the incredible Dr. Jones. Doctor, welcome to the stage. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, and thanks for the introduction, man. You make me feel special.
You are a special, doctor. You got it going on. That was all you, brother. That was all you. You made the magic happen. That's all you. Okay. Yes, sir. Diving right in, doctor. Tell us, help us. We're gonna get to the juice of this story, but tell us real quick, what's a morning routine that has added value to your success? What's one thing that you do in the morning that has added value to your business and what you do?
Okay, so when I wake up in the morning, I usually start it off with a prayer, and so I got that from my mom. And so usually what happens is she'll call me or I'll call her, and then she prays with me, and especially before I do an operation. And so because I grew up in a home where, God-fearing home, and God was always first, like when you grow up in a home like that, a lot of times you kind of like go astray. But somehow at some point in your life, you like find your way back. And so I used to kind of be a little timid and sort of shy about it. But now, like I don't even care. Like when I go into a room and I talk with my patient before they're gonna have surgery and I mark them, the last thing I do is I put my hand on their shoulder and I say, "Can we pray?" And I always pray for them. And it just comes like naturally to me. It's not even anything I think about. It's like part of my routine. But as far as me waking up in the morning, I think one of the biggest things for me is, even if I'm tired, is to just get out of the bed. Like, regardless of how you feel or like what you have to do that day, you have to get out of the bed. And so either you get up right then and there, or you wait, you end up being late. So if you just get up, get the day going, get to work early so that you can kind of get yourself situated, I think it makes the day go better.
I like that. That's huge. Say a prayer. Start your day off on the right foot with the Lord. That's huge. That's major. And our audience agrees with you. Got to get that prayer in. That's right, Rika, right? We got to get that prayer in. Got to get that word in. Doctor, you have double board certified, been traveled all over the world, speak and teach, and you help people get to a better life. What's some of the things that everyone can do to prevent premature aging of our skin?
That's a great question. So first and foremost, stay hydrated. Drink lots of water. Like, our body is made up of 60 to 70% water. And so by keeping your body hydrated, it keeps your skin youthful looking, and it just prevents aging. And along with that, I think every one of us, regardless if we're black or white, there's a myth that black don't crack, but if you need a skincare regimen, and I say everyone needs something. You need a sunscreen, you need a retinol based product, and you need some sort of moisturizer, and also a skin cleanser. And I personally, I like to play around with skincare products, but I truly believe there's no one skincare product that's right for everyone. So just try them out, and just find something that really works for you.
That makes sense. That makes sense. That's huge, right? And a lot of us, especially now, a lot of us are indoors. We're not working out. We're not perspiring. We just got out of winter. So water, y'all. Drink
Right.
water. Hydrate.
Right.
Hydrate. So that's from the good doctor. That's and we've heard this numerous times. And you saying it is powerful, and that's what makes
Right.
a difference. And that's what we need to hear.
And
So, doctor, go ahead.
one other
Yeah,
thing is the
yeah.
other thing is like I find this especially with people of color is getting like Botox or neurotoxins and fillers. There is nothing wrong with that, and I would say if you get them before you start to develop wrinkles, it kind of also helps prevent aging. And now I have men coming in, to get Botox and fillers, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just you're taking care of your body.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's the stigma, right? There's a lot of people that
Right.
think, "Oh, don't mess with your body. That's you're perfect. God made you this way." But what are some of the common procedures that you do that you see a lot of patients for on a consistent basis? What are some of the things that you've seen
Okay.
regularly?
So I would say the three most common procedures that I perform are liposuction or body contouring, abdominoplasties, which is also known as a tummy tuck, and then I also do a lot of Brazilian butt lifts.
Okay, what's a liposuction? Is that there? Is liposuction is the suction of the fat, right? Or help me understand that a little better.
So liposuction is a cosmetic procedure in which we take cannulas, usually very small in diameter, like 4 or 5 millimeters, and you're putting the cannula underneath the skin, and you're removing the subcutaneous fat. And by doing so, you can help improve contours, like make waist smaller or flatten out bellies. Typically, it's best used for patients who have like areas that are that are just stubborn, or let's say you've been working out and there's just some areas that you just haven't been able to get rid of. Liposuction is good for that. And then there's various types of liposuction, and there's one specific type that I use. It's called high definition liposuction, in which we use Vaser, which is ultrasound. And what it does is it melts the fat away, and it also helps tighten up the skin. And you can create, you can do abdominal etching, or you can give the patient a more defined result.
Absolutely. And so, who's your ideal client? Who's an ideal client for liposuction, doctor?
That's a great question. So typically, I mean, ideally, we want to operate, or I want to operate on patients who don't really need much done. And so when you have patients who are within a normal weight range, or just maybe they're slightly overweight, you can get a better result. For patients who, are like morbidly obese, or they have a high BMI, the problem is when you do certain procedures, you may not get a great result because they probably should have lost weight before the procedure. Or like I have a patient who may be, overweight, and they just want liposuction when they really need a tummy tuck. Or in actuality, they may need to lose weight before they have surgery in order to get the best possible result. So ideally, healthy patient, no medical problems, who has realistic expectations.
Absolutely. And you set the stage. You and your team set the stage for that beforehand, because there's some homework to this. This isn't just walk in your door and you're instantly on the table, y'all. This is huge. Doc, give him a round of applause, y'all. Give him a round of applause. The good doctor is spilling nuggets here, man. You can't get these Jews anywhere else. The good doctor, Dr. Jones, is spilling some tea. We'll be right back. We have a commercial break. We have one commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay engaged. Stay with us. Good day, podcast listeners. This is your boy, Marcus Norman of Gentleman Style Podcast Show. I wanted to let you guys know that we will be rolling out a new feature and adding a join sponsor button next to the subscriber button here at the bottom of your screen. Once you click the button, it will display 3 membership levels. Gentleman Gentry, which is our entry level, Duke Duchess, which is our season level, and the Emperor and Empress, which is our most sophisticated level, which you will receive unique perks and benefits at each differing level and gain access to our community tab. We will also be sharing polls, upcoming events, and interviews, as well as receive feedback from our sponsors directly. Your support helps me find new and exciting guests to bring to the stage live. Well, in order to get the higher end speakers, it requires, well, some, you guessed it, money. So thank you for tuning in to my channel. And if becoming a sponsor sounds good to you, then select the join button below and choose your desired sponsor level. Let's continue to grow and serve the future of generations of men and women to come. Love you guys. Bye. Hey y'all, we are back to the stage. We got the incredible Dr. Nicholas Jones, MD, double major, double board certified specialist, and he is here to help us get to a better body, better state of mind, right? He wants our insides to match our outsides, and that's what he specializes in, and that's what he's here to do. And I appreciate you, brother, for coming to the Gentleman Style Podcast stage and sharing these nuggets. And so thank you, brother. This is huge.
Thank you.
Tell us. Absolutely. Doctor, how do you determine what's the difference between a tummy tuck, and I heard this new thing, or maybe it's new to me. What's a mini tuck? What's the difference between a tummy tuck and a mini tuck?
Okay, so let's start off with a tummy tuck. So a tummy tuck is, the medical terminology is abdominoplasty. So basically it's a procedure that is done to improve the contour of the trunk, the anterior trunk or the front side. And basically we're getting rid of excess skin, and we're also tightening up the midline. So usually women have this procedure, and basically you have your ab muscles or your rectus abdominis muscles, and over time, like especially in women after they've had children, they separate. So what we do is we kind of like, as a kind of corset, we suture them back together to bring the muscle back to midline, and it creates more of an hourglass shape. And then we get rid of the excess skin. We cut out all the excess skin and sew it back up. So that is abdominoplasty. A mini tummy tuck or mini abdominoplasty really just involves getting rid of excess skin, and it's usually just excess skin below the belly button. So not every patient is a candidate for a mini tummy tuck. Usually it's for smaller women or men who have excess skin and it's just below the belly button.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like ideal for someone who they're not obese, they're not heavily obese, just a little extra baby fat kind of lingering around that they just can't work off.
Right. Now, if you have extra skin above your belly button, like you have a hood over your belly button, then you probably need a traditional tummy tuck. So mini tummy tuck is just preserved for very specific patients.
Absolutely. I love that. That's huge. We have a question from our audience, Miss Rika Wright. She's a fantabulous credit repair specialist, a business owner. Actually, she's in Florida, so she's close by. She has a question. Are the ingredients in Botox and fillers healthy for you?
Yes. So as long as you're using a product that has been approved by the Food and Drug Administration, you should be fine. So Botox is a neurotoxin and is produced by bacteria, Clostridium, and basically the neurotoxin, what it does is it paralyzes the muscle and it's temporary. So it usually lasts like 5 to 6 months. And so what happens is you have muscles of facial animation. And so when I raise my eyebrows up, the reason I have the crease going across this way is because I have muscles that are going perpendicular. So the muscles are going this way, and so typically the creases go perpendicular to the muscle. So if I inject the Botox here, I won't be able to frown. And so it'll smoothen my face out. As far as fillers. So fillers are made of many different substances, but one of the most common type of filler is based as hyaluronic acid. Our bodies naturally produce hyaluronic acid as part of the collagen makeup. And so basically what you're doing when you get a filler is you're replacing that, or you're adding to that to kind of restore the volume typically of your face. Now, like I said, there's many different types of products. You just want to make sure that the person that you're going to is certified and qualified to do that. And typically, I mean, as a professional, it's important that we use, uh, approved products.
Absolutely. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. She comes back and she says, I need a whole body tuck. No, you don't, Rika. You're fine. You're doing fantastic. She is funny. So that's huge, right? That's a major important vet, right? You have to do your research, y'all. None of this is to a one shot cookie cutter answer. These things require research. So you have to, not only the doctor's going to do his research on you to make sure you're a good candidate for his program, but you also have to do your research as well to make sure that he's a good fit for you and he's using those board certified, those FDA approved products on your body, because it is your body, right?
Right.
So huge, huge, huge. Thank you for answering that question, Doc. That's major. What does someone need to have prepared beforehand prior to an appointment slash consultation with you and your team? What do they need to have before they come to you?
Right. So they don't need much. Basically, you need to have an idea of what exactly is bothering you. Like what do you want to improve, and what do you expect? Like what do you expect? And then I just need the patient to be honest, be forthcoming about any previous procedures they've had, any underlying medical conditions, or any procedures they've had, and they've had a problem with anesthesia. Because basically what I want to do is kind of figure out, I need to determine whether you're a good candidate for surgery, whether you're healthy enough for surgery, and whether or not I can meet your expectation. So we both need to be honest, and we need to sit and have a conversation. And after that conversation is done, I present to you a plan, and you can either accept it or reject it, and then we can go from there.
That's huge. That's huge. Give him a round of applause, y'all. That's huge. That is huge. We cannot negate that, right? We got it. The audience is applauding. They're clapping for you. That's major. So, our next sponsor of the channel, she asked Miss Erica Nicole Holmes. She's a sponsor, VIP sponsor of our channel, and she had a question. Do you recommend any particular products for facial care? So this is going back to
Right,
preventing those wrinkles early
right.
on.
So, I don't have like a specific product, because like I said, I'm a fan of skincare, and if you go into like Sephora, there's all sorts of products. And so I can tell you what I'm using right now. So right now I'm using Kiehl's. They have a facial cleanser that I use, but I don't think the facial cleanser is that important. But you just need to use something. I use Skin Medica. They have a retinol product. And then I also use their TNF serum, which which is used for to hydrate the skin. And I use the Ordinary vitamin C powder, And what else do I use? I think that's probably it right now. But like I said, the key is to keep trying things and figure out what works best for you. And in everyone's regimen, you need a facial cleanser, you need a moisturizer,
Moisturizer,
you need a retinol-based product that you can put on at night, and you need sunscreen, and
sunscreen.
also vitamin C serum. I think that really works.
Love that. Love that. There you go. There you go, Miss Holmes. I hope that answers your question. Great question, by the way. Rika says, "Take all the junk out my trunk."
I know.
No. Well, great question, doctor. So we've come to you. You've did the consultation. You've worked us through the process. We agree with your recommendation and your consultation, and so now we've done the surgery. What can someone do to improve the appearances of scars? There's always some kind of scarring after surgery. What are some things we can do to help
Right.
minimize those scars?
Right. Okay. So one, stay hydrated.
Yep.
Again, this may sound cliche, but hydration is the key to a lot of things. And so your body needs to be hydrated in order for your body to heal. As far as a scar, there's specific things that I recommend. I recommend keeping your incisions clean. To all my patients, regardless of what surgery you had, you can shower the next day. You can clean, you can let water run over your incision. Even if you have the steri strips in place, the water can run over it, just pat it dry. And as soon as the steri strip falls off, I recommend like an aggressive scar therapy. And typically, scar therapy includes massaging your scar, applying a silicone based product. Silicone is really important because it helps flatten out the scar. And there's been many studies that show that silicone works. Specifically, in my office, we use a product called Silogen, and it's medical based silicone. And a lot of patients, they come to me and they say they use Mederma, and I don't have anything against Mederma, but Mederma does not contain any silicone. So if you're not going to use the product that we provide in our office, just make sure the product has silicone. And also, just like I said, moisturize your face. Moisturizing your incisions helps the scar heal faster. And then lastly, staying out of the sun or wearing sunscreen helps out, because as your scar heals, you don't want your scar to become darker than the surrounding skin. So avoiding the sun or using sunscreen is very important as well.
Powerful, powerful. Thank you for that. I'm gonna throw my name in the hat here. I'm gonna throw my question in here. This is important, right? This is absolutely important. So you guys, I'm throwing my question in there, doctor. How soon after surgery can I have sex?
Oh,
That's important. I
so
need
yeah,
to
that
know.
you know what?
Need to know.
That's a great question. And so I tell my patients, it's just like strenuous activity, because sex can be a very strenuous activity depending on who you are and who your partner is. And so I say 6 to 8 weeks. So give yourself at least 6 weeks, because you want everything to heal. If you can imagine, if you just had a tummy tuck or you had a Brazilian butt lift, and you done jumped back into getting it in with your partner, you may hurt some things or you can damage some of your results. So that's why I say 6 to 8 weeks.
Roger that. 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
6 to 8 weeks out. So 6 to 8 weeks from the doctor. You heard it first here live. So didn't make this up. Got my questions answered. So I'm just taking notes. The good thing about this show is I get to go back, because this is my show. I get to go back and take all these notes, and I get the information myself firsthand. Doctor, what advice would you give someone out in the audience who may be on the fence about getting surgery done or getting work done, or just can't get their body right? What advice would you give to that person out in the audience?
To someone who's on the verge, I would say think long and hard about it, and then just make sure you know exactly what you want before you decide to have surgery. And then just make sure the reason behind having surgery is because something that you genuinely want. Like, I feel like the worst type of patients are patients who are getting work done because someone else isn't happy with the way that they look, or they're doing it to please someone else. So first and foremost, make sure it's something that you really want. And then after you've made that decision, do your research, look, try to find someone that you feel comfortable with. Like, I mean, there's patients who come into my office and I'm not a good fit for them, or they may not be a good fit for me. But you have to have a connection with your surgeon, and you have to feel confident in them, and they have to feel comfortable with you and feel that they can get you the result that you want.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's huge. Doctor, how can my audience connect with you? How can we grow with you? How can we tune in to what you're doing and in Atlanta? Yes, sir.
So you can contact me. My name of my practice is Nip and Tuck Plastic Surgery. The phone number is 404-777-TUCK. Or they can also reach me. I'm on Instagram, Dr. Nip and Tuck, or Nip and Tuck Plastic Surgery.
Absolutely, absolutely. So there you have it, y'all. Connect with the good doctor. He's in Atlanta. To set your appointment, get on his Instagram, get on his page. The website looks fantabulous. He has a slew of things. I mean, pages of stuff that he can do. So this is not your run of the mill practice, right? This man has been doing this. Travel, spoke on the topic. So connect, grow with him. Stay in tune. That Instagram is fire. He's funny. He's not your average doctor, if you get what I mean. And if you don't know what I mean, check out his Instagram below. That's at Nip and Tuck Plastic Surgery for my audio listeners. Doctor, I appreciate you, brother. This is huge. It's phenomenal. I thank you for making time out of your busy day, out of your schedule, and giving back in this way.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Many blessings to you. I pray that your podcast continues to grow. And I thank you for, being a champion of the people and just getting this type of information out, because it's very important.
It is absolutely important, Doctor. Thank you. We all, and that's what this show is about. This show is about giving back and serving, right? I hope this message has served you all in some way, shape, or form, right? You are beautiful on the inside and out. And if you don't feel that way, connect with my channel and connect with Dr. Nicholas Jones and his practice, so we can get to a better place and have that inner peace that we all deserve and love at an affordable price. So thank you all. You all, like I always end every channel, take care of your family, take care of your home, and take care of business. This is Marcus Norman, the Gentleman Style Podcast Show, and Dr. Nicholas Jones, MD, signing off. Love you guys.
All
Bye.
right, thanks.